welcome to this edition of At the Mic. I'm your host, Keith Malinak. It is our Friday live stream. It's 2 p.m. Eastern on Friday, March 22nd, year of our Lord 2024. And look at that, man. We got a lot to get to today. So I'm going to set this on my laptop and hope that it doesn't depress any of the keys. We'll see. If things go crazy, you'll know what caused it. Okay, so I do want to remind everyone that pinned to the top of my Twitter page, which is right there. See you there? See, it's handy. Gosh, at Keith Malinak, right there. So every day at around 5 a.m. Now, if I'm lucky and I sleep on the weekends, maybe it's a little later that it gets posted. But pinned to the top, in theory, every day, you have until 6 p.m. Eastern to vote. That's when polls close every day. As we, I guess I should put this on the screen here. It's the worst presidents tournament that's going on. Never mind March Madness and basketball. I mean, who cares about that? Yeah, the real contest is right here between these fine gentlemen in American history. Woodrow Wilson yesterday won 98-2 over Franklin Pierce. I mean, this thing was a bloodbath. Am I allowed to say that? Franklin Roosevelt pulling off a similar victory right now over Richard Nixon, which I'm surprised. I thought it'd be a little bit closer considering old Dick Nixon is the one who got us off the gold standard, gave us the EPA. But right now, last I checked, it was like 91-9 or 89-11 or something. Roosevelt running away. Tomorrow, Joe Biden versus George W. Bush. On Sunday, Andrew Jackson will take on James Buchanan. And Barack Obama and Howard Taft. Coming up on Monday, Jimmy Carter takes on Herbert Hoover. Tuesday's matchup. Wednesday, you've got LBJ versus Lincoln. A lot of people were surprised that Lincoln snuck into the tournament, but there you go. Bill Clinton and Benjamin Harrison will round out the first round on Thursday, and then we continue this all the way through April 8th. If you are not familiar with this, there was a live stream right here at the YouTube channel. Look for the basketball logo. We did this last Friday, I believe, with my buddy Tank Spencer. It was one day last week. I can't remember. The days run together. Anyway, and you would like to see the case made by the selection committee. If you missed that live stream, it's available here somewhere. But anyway, I hope you will check that out and see the case made for all of these fine gentlemen in American history. Okay. Also, programming note, tomorrow morning we finish part 12 of the 12-part series of Saving Disney History with Disney guru, Professor Ed McRae. This is a fine playlist. If you need to catch up, it'll be there as long as YouTube allows it to. Share it with your friends, parts 1 through 12, as we see why Disney is worth saving, where it came from, Walt's vision, and really the trajectory of America is the trajectory of the Walt Disney Company. Next week at this time, my buddy Ian Patterson will be joining me here for the Friday live stream. He was a big part of, if you remember, Pineapple Express, a bunch of Americans getting together, trying to save people out of Afghanistan when it was collapsing in 2021. And he will also be joined by my coworker, JP Decker, who runs Mercury One, a great charity with the company that I work for over at the Blaze and Mercury Radio Arts. Now, check this out. Here's my guest today. Now, this is one Jack Helmuth. He is part of the Questionable Material podcast, and I appreciate you making time, Jack. Thank you so much. I know you're a busy man, and this was quite... I imposed. Let's be honest. I imposed on you.
Yeah.
Right?
No, this is a big favor that eventually I'm going to call back in. Now, when you say I'm a part of the Questionable Material podcast, I mean, I'm sort of the... I mean, just
let's
the heart and soul.
Yes, you're the heart and soul of the Questionable Material podcast. I think it sounded differently when it came out a moment ago. But the thing is, if we had another gentleman who was scheduled to be here, and it was the lesser half, I guess, of the Questionable Material podcast, and that's Brian Sack. Both of you guys used to work with me, and now you're out on your own doing the podcast together. And I appreciate, like I said, appreciate you making time.
Yeah.
Don't know where Brian is, and so that's it's not cool, honestly.
Well, I mean, there are a couple of key differences. One, I'm a good human being.
Yes.
Two, I have principles and integrity. Okay. 3, the good person thing I would sort of list again. That's sort of the difference between me and Brian. Now, Brian is going to say that he's off doing work for World Central Kitchen overseas to try and just help people. But to me, it's just selfish.
I'm with you 100%. Well, you know what sucks is that you made it sound like you have to be a good person to be a part of this podcast. So that's going to be a problem with who I called in at the last minute, because if that's a prerequisite. Hey, hey, buddy.
Whoa, dude, Keith, what's up? What's happening? Are you Jack? Jack, it's so good to see you, Jack. Hi. Hey, you want to see my cat? My cat's over here. I got a cat.
It's so much energy. I love it.
Yeah, I just feel I'm gonna go clean something real quick. The oven needs cleaning.
What's your secret?
Not a euphemism.
How do you stay so alert in the middle of the day like that?
Exercise. I exercise a lot. I was just out back exercising. Jumping jacks will do it. I'm telling you, I feel so good right now. And really serious, I do.
And the jumping jacks is where we gave you that bloody nose?
Is it bleeding again?
That's weird.
Brad Staggs, ladies and gentlemen.
You know,
from Mojo 50.
It was either that or rape humor. So
hold on. What was the
I went for the,
okay.
drug or
what's the, boy, when the algorithm picks that phrase up, it's going to be having a field day with this show.
Yes, it
What is the I can never find. I have it saved on here. Hang on a second. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, right here, right? Oh no, that's where you could the dailymojo.com. And then if you click shop, you can find cool stuff to buy. And then I guess that works for everything.
We haven't put enough stuff in there. We're working on other things, but you can still go there. Actually, you can go to thedailymojo.com and you can support us by, just subscribing and that sort of things to make sure that, Jesus, Jack's selling something too.
No, hold on, Jack. Before you show us what you just grabbed there, where do people go to find your podcast? What's the easiest place to go for questionable material?
Anywhere where podcasts are given away for free. Spotify, Apple, any place where we don't make money from it. It's called Questionable Material with Jack and Brian. It's a comedy podcast with actual comedy in it. All we're interested in doing is doing bits, making jokes, making people laugh. There's no agenda. There's none of this nonsense that you see in comedy these days. Just come and laugh your balls off.
People need that.
What if you don't? What if you don't have balls?
I was gonna say I'd prefer mine stay attached, but that being said, it's a risk. Every time you listen to the show, you risk that.
It's one or the other, guys.
And man, we need
never
to
really heard it put that way, but you're right.
Yeah, we do need to laugh. Oh, by the way, before I forget, here at the YouTube channel, if you want to get to know these guys better, the previous incarnation of At the Mic, I would sit down, talk to people about their lives. Everybody's got a story. And Jack Helmuth shared his in episode 65. Now, Brad's got a lot of story to tell. And so that took 2 episodes. That was episodes 14 and 15. So,
yeah. And you can, just stop by my dressing room on the way out. And I've got some puppies in there you'll love these puppies. They are so cute. We're going to have to turn the lights off, but you're going to win because their little eyes, they can't see very well. So, but it's all to see the puppies.
What is happening?
Got some great puppies in the dressing room.
Tell you what, Jack, why don't we call it a day and just leave Brad here with the audience? And so anyway, it's all,
I gotta go jogging.
Sorry, Jack. Whoa, look at rearranging.
Oh, look, I put him down where he belongs is what you're doing there.
Wait a minute,
right?
Hold on,
Who came out on top on that one?
Wait, why don't I ever end up at the bottom?
Wow.
There's no way for me to. Okay, whatever.
You're triggering a seizure in me, dude.
I don't know what's happening. It will never put me down in the middle there. Whatever. Okay. Bottom. At the bottom. All right. Hey, we had breaking news a couple of hours ago. If you're an American, this is exciting. You really like to see this. Your government is not going to shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, the House of Representatives passed by a final score of 286 to 134. 12 people didn't have the spine to cast a vote, or maybe they're sick or dying. I don't know. But 286 to 134. Congratulations. $1.2 trillion in funding for the next 6 months only. I swear this country is what? So here are my questions. We don't have to spend a lot of time going into what's in the bill. Not that you've had time to even find out since they dropped it Thursday morning at 2:30 a.m. Congratulations, America. They just spent $1.2 trillion with about 30 hours or so of time to absorb it all. But as I saw this news break, I thought, honestly, just does voting matter at all anymore? The three questions here. Does voting matter? And let me go. Let me have you guys answer those in order, and then I'll talk about the other two. Do you still feel, or have you ever felt, that voting matters, Brad?
There was a time I thought I didn't. And even if it doesn't, we still have to do it because there's a chance that it does. And if there's the slightest chance that it does,
Yeah.
but I mean, the realist in me says, look at the last pie eating contest to get around the old Algo and Mr. Rhythm and Blues. Because I don't think you want to say those things too close together, because then it knows.
No, I Jack, please speak now.
I love when you have your AI write script for you. Jack, please speak now. Okay, here's my thoughts. First of all, Keith, I've done a little bit of research since you told me about this 5 minutes ago. I want you to feel comforted. It's 1.2 trillion in spending, but 1.1 trillion is being spent on DEI. So money well spent. It's really, really good. So no worries there.
That's about right too.
Yeah, it's about right. Does voting matter? I mean, I would like to think so. I'll tell you what. I miss my let's not spend a lot of money conservative movement. That's what I miss. I miss, like, we know the Democrats are going to do the crazy shit the crazy stuff that they.
Great, Mr. Algo Rhythm and Blues now. He's going to be stepping in here in a second.
Honestly, if you had a bet before we started today, you could have put the same amount of money down on either Brad or myself dropping it first,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but you're fine, bro. You're good.
Fudge monkey.
Yeah. But if you took Jack on that bet, you just had a big payday. Have a fun weekend.
Yeah. Have fun. There's a weird prop bet for you. But I miss, we know the Democrats are going to do this and spend and spend and spend. I just miss, I miss conservatives talking about this as a really important issue and really sort of legislating and holding their ground on it. I wish we had a little bit more of that, because again, we know the Democrats are going to do the wrong thing. So where's that fiscal responsibility?
You can change the word Democrat to Republican in Washington, and they're all doing the wrong thing. It's the uniparty.
That's what I'm sort of saying. Yes, it's like, where's that principle anymore? That's what I miss.
I think I heard somebody say it well recently, where their analogy was, or their descriptors were, Democrats are evil and Republicans are hypocrites, but they take you to the same place. So
yeah, I just think there's good guys and bad guys now. I've stopped calling them out by party because
that's interesting.
Yeah, but the problem is the good guys you can count on one hand.
Yeah, but I mean, even out here, I think there are some Democrats among the great unwashed who are as appalled as we are. And the libertarians, they need to just give them their own island now, because they've lost it. But
hang on a second. As someone who leans libertarian, I will take that island offer in a heartbeat, sir.
Okay. It's just they're their own worst enemy. Remember, dude?
That's a fact.
What was the guy's name in 2016?
That would be Austin Peterson. Right?
No, it was a guy before him.
Oh, you're talking about
yes. Can't remember. But he came by the studio.
Yeah. The vice president guy?
Yeah. I can't remember what his name was. I thought it was John something. Libertarian in 2016.
Gary Johnson was running for president.
That's it.
But see, that's where the Libertarian Party missed the boat. They had an opportunity for Austin Peterson to be a clear difference between what we felt was a clear difference at the time for the Democrats and Republicans. Instead, they went with Gary Johnson, and people like me were like, "Are you what? I'm not taking this retread liberal guy. No, progressive. Stop." But yeah, you're absolutely right. That's going to be very interesting. In fact, at the end of May, I think it's the end of May, right? Crap. I think it's always Memorial Day
Sure.
weekend for some reason that the Libertarian Party does their, and maybe someone in the comments can confirm, does their convention. I think it's always Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be very interesting to see if this little dance that apparently has been happening behind the scenes between the Libertarian Party and Robert Kennedy Jr. is something that's actually materializing. That's going to be interesting. If that is not who they go with, then I don't know that there's going to be much of an impact. But even if they do go with him, it may not be much of an impact. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. And in fact, speaking of RFK, I believe on, where's my calendar? Let's see, Tuesday, I believe, is when he's going to reveal his vice president pick. And I don't think and it may be that Google chick who's quite strange. And if that's the pick, bro, what are you doing?
Wait, who's the Google chick?
Shanahan, what's her first name? I don't know. Somebody Google the Google chick for me. Y'all do my job for me in the comments, please. Shanahan's her last name.
I Google Nicole? Chick and it doesn't it gives me Chick-fil-A.
Careful. I think is it Nicole Shanahan? She was married to one of the founders of Google.
Very good. Nicole Shanahan.
Okay, so she's big into like she's got some strange just do your own research. Let's put it that way.
Kind of hot.
I was just going to say, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for taking away my rights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the vice presidential nominee. So we'll see. But I saw that interview with Mike Rowe on CNN last week, and I thought, wait, no, that guy right there. Not Aaron Rodgers, not Jesse Ventura. Let's go with Mike Rowe. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, so that was my first question. Does voting matter? And I don't know that
she's high maintenance, though, because she used to who was she married to? Because it was a billionaire.
Sergey
Masalofin?
No.
Right.
We really
Sergey Brin.
Thank you, Brin. I couldn't.
So she is what
I couldn't get the word Brin out of my mouth.
It's tough.
It's a bad sign.
Yeah.
What's in this cup? I think it's only coffee.
By the way, I would just like to toss out there for a second. I think we are seeing what everybody says. We need a third party. We need a third party candidate to run. I would say we have been seeing the slow, painful birth of a third party for the past 8 years.
And actually, you need to update that request. We need a second party.
Thank you. Yes. Very nice. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. See, Jack liked that.
You're right.
That was a thinking man's joke. Okay. So
wait.
Why do we vote anymore? Like, convince me to even show up at the polls. Why? Okay. I'll even fix that. Why vote on a federal level and almost on a local level too? Why? Convince me to even show up in November.
Well, all right. Here's what I would say. I would say you don't need that. Let's go first. I think you need to show up in August or whenever your state's primaries are, because that's when you can really sort of make more of a difference. You know, AOC. The big socialist revolution, and oh my gosh, she won her primary with like 15,000 votes to the other guys like 13,500. There's no revolution. There's just no one votes in these things. So and actually that actually might have been the I think actually I'm wrong. I think the primary amount was even lower. I think that was the November tally. It's like 15,000 to 12,000 or whatever. I think it was even less. It was like 8,000 votes. For the primaries, that's when you can, if you want to like remove the crazy people who you hate, if you want to find a principled person, push it at the primary level.
Well,
that's when you can make a difference.
On my, what you got some numbers there?
15,897. Her first primary, she got 57% of the vote, which was 15,897 to Crowley's 42%, which was 11,761.
Off the top of my head, that was pretty good.
That was very.
Yeah, that was. Hey, we
impressed.
should have an applause button just for Jack. So, and on my day job, Pat Gray Unleashed, producer over there on the Blaze, I had a fact this morning, and if I were any good at my job, then I would have already researched this before this show, but I didn't. Off the top of my head, it was either 2010 or 2012, but I feel like it was 2010, the Tea Party year. That was the year the Tea Party Congress took in. And I recall hearing a fact that for all of the griping of our elected representatives, 85% of incumbents that year won their primary. Like, we are so good at complaining about DC and then doing nothing about it. And here we are.
But
Anyway.
that's the problem, though, is that you say we don't do anything about it, and I agree. A lot of people don't take part in the voting process, but which is why I say we've got to give this another shot, because if we don't, they've won already, and if we do give it a shot, and we still, if we turn out in amazing numbers and still the numbers don't show up for us, then we know the thing is rigged. But I agree with you. I mean, we also sat still in our houses for a year and a half, wore diapers on our faces.
Bro.
So
that is the sign that when push comes to shove, we really, as a society, don't care if we aren't out there in the streets over something as egregious as that. And vaccine mandates and all this stuff. If we're not going to march in the streets for that stuff, there's nothing going to get us out there. Now, maybe if my team wins the Super Bowl, then I'll get out there and I'll cause some trouble.
This is depressing as hell. Thank you.
Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. I guess I won't even get to my third question. I guess my third
hell
question
out of this.
Well, thanks for making time, Brad.
I've got a quick story for you. Based on what you just said about maybe if your team wins the Super Bowl. And you're a Falcons fan, so we don't have to worry about that. But so I was the head writer on the third hour of Good Morning America with Michael Strahan.
That was a good one. That was a good zinger there.
So I was doing this thing with Strahan where we would have the first 15 minutes of the show, they'd talk about they would talk about news stories and just sort of give their opinion. It could be big federal stories. It could be little local things. It was a morning show after all, for God's sake. So I found this one story around Super Bowl time that in the city that wins the Super Bowl, there's a spike in the birth rate 9 months after the team wins the Super Bowl. So this is a scientific fact. This was a published report where there's 9 months after there is a spike in the birth rate. So what I thought would be fun was since Strahan won a Super Bowl in 2007, I thought it'd be fun to find a kid who was conceived 9 months later, who was conceived on Super Bowl Sunday. So we found a kid. The amazing producers at Good Morning America found this kid, and so I brought this kid on. He walks onto the set whenever they talk about the story. And so we have a special guest for you, Strahan. This kid walks out, is like, I'm 9 years old. 9 years ago, you won the Super Bowl. I was conceived thanks to you. So, hi, Michael Strahan. Thank you for my life. That was the line I gave. That was so
awesome. That's great. And then did Michael Strahan go, actually, you can thank David Tyree.
Very good. That's really funny.
Anyway,
Syracuse guy.
There you go.
I laughed because I wanted to pretend like I got it. I don't want to be left out.
It's kind of funny. If this is the football,
right.
Okay, he caught the ball on the side of his helmet. That guy had no claim to fame except for that catch.
No claim to fame, like the fifth wide receiver on that team.
Right. I mean, just wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, and I don't know anything about David Tyree, nothing like that, but that's almost like you could see him in a future episode of The Simpsons. I'm David Tyree. Do you remember me? Like from great moments such as, and it's just that. I mean,
right.
Okay, let's do rapid fire. I know it's early in the program for that, but we need it because I don't want to talk about Congress anymore. Brad, you can go first here. What movie do you enjoy? Oh, I think Brad has. These are truly fresh for Brad. I actually sent these to Jack, but last minute Brad here. Sorry.
Okay.
This is Brian Sack's fault, by the way, Brad.
Yeah.
This is his doing. What movie do you enjoy quoting the most, Brad Staggs?
Quoting them, Blazing Saddles.
Oh God, it's so good.
Somebody go back to town and get a of dimes.
Yeah, let's be careful what we're quoting from that.
Notice I did. Yeah. I was.
I do. Good job. Jack, got one for us?
Yes. Although, just really quickly on the Blazing Saddles thing, Mel Brooks so smart to bring in Richard Pryor to co-write and punch that up for all that sort of racial stuff. That was all Richard Pryor stuff. Like,
that's cool.
And then they
Really
couldn't get
smart.
the bond on him.
Yeah,
They
it's
couldn't
funny.
get the insurance on him. Isn't that why he ended up backing out?
I don't know about that part, but it makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Cleavon Little buffed in there.
that's really funny.
Jack, you got one for
Great
us?
movie.
I do. It is as big of a Star Wars nerd as I am, I will always do all the Star Wars quotes, but that's boring. So I'm going to say Ghostbusters.
Oh, good.
I
like
like that's just so ingrained in my comedy soul that, even just like the candy bar in the first 10 minutes with the Nestle Crunch, you've earned it. When he gives Spengler a Nestle Crunch bar, and
Yes,
man, that's my movie.
Very cool.
Because you know what I thought when you were saying that is the fact that I watched for the first time in many years the other day Animal House, and I realized a lot of lines that I couldn't remember where they came from Animal House.
Oh, I should go back.
It's still a good movie, and it
Okay.
actually does hold up, and it's funny. But I was surprised. Oh, that's where that came from.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I couldn't remember because I'm old.
Does anything come to mind, or I don't want to put you on the spot here, but do you remember? any
Well,
lines?
the whole Kevin Bacon thing. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I mean, that was
yeah.
that was.
Oh wow!
Thank you. Okay.
That was it. Just
My answer is going to be Tommy Boy every time. That's the only movie that I can watch. Because, I mean, people watch movies over and over and over again. I'm not wired that way, bro. I watch it one time. Granted, it takes me 30 years to go and watch a movie for the first time, but then I'm done. Like, it's like, and the Tommy Boy, what's been great is playing it for the kids and each kid watching it separately. So I've gotten a lot of Tommy Boy lately as well. So
when you play it for the kids, aren't you watching it again too?
yeah, I'm saying that's the only movie that I can handle watching it on
okay.
repeat.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Keith, God's honest truth. Tonight we are finishing the second half of Tommy Boy because we started it last weekend.
All right.
For my kids.
Hold on, time out, because that right there is important. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but that resonated with me the way you said that. It's like, hey, we started a movie a week ago and we have to finish it now. Now, I don't know what's been going on in your life, but that sounds exactly like my life. In that, hey, are we all going to be under the same roof at the same time? Yeah, I think it's going to be April 12th from 2 to 2:35 p.m. What can you squeeze in there?
Yes, that's exactly right. Well,
How old are your kids now?
My son turned 13 last week, which is why it's a little difficult because I don't like stopping the movie in the middle. My son turned 13 last week. My daughter's 11, and then a 5-month-old. So it's 13, 11, and whoops.
Wow. Actually, that describes me.
Awesome.
I'm 10 years past my youngest sister.
Oh yeah. That's it.
So
yeah.
I'm a whoops.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an only child, so thanks for bringing that up, gentlemen. I appreciate that. I would have loved to have siblings, but no, whatever. Okay, let's see here. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Brad. I should have sent these. So we'll start with Jack.
My sisters and brothers are dead now, so thanks for bringing that up.
Wow. So are you an only child now too? Wait, do you become an only child when all your siblings die?
Yeah, you kind of do, but then your mom and dad are dead too, so it really doesn't do any good because there's nobody to buy you stuff that they're not buying for the.
We are just.
Can we talk about Congress again?
Yeah,
I do have another.
I'm glad I didn't call this the Friday Fun live stream, everybody. Okay.
Well, nothing says fun like dead siblings.
I'm an only child too, Keith, by the way. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
It sucked, didn't it? Okay, hold on, time out. There are some good aspects, but when all's said and done, it sucks. Yeah.
Look, when my parents die and I get that sweet inheritance, not going to suck so much, huh?
Ah, that's cool. Yeah, thanks for bringing that
cool.
up.
Boy, I found out my mom and dad didn't have any money when they died. So
let's pretend that's where I was going to go with my reply, as opposed to talking about my dad's 88-day bride. Anyway, there at the end. Okay, so wow, did I say this publicly?
Wow.
It's
okay. I think we can one up each other on this. I think that's perfectly acceptable.
Okay, thank you.
I like Brad very much.
Thank you.
You don't know me.
And I will say though, what did he say? I missed that.
He said, "You don't know me yet." I know you look like a handsome Billy Joel, and that you're funny as heck.
Yeah.
I look,
Oh,
really, I look like
wow.
Billy Joel. Really, it's this thing, isn't it?
A little bit.
It is that.
And the hat. Yeah, it's like
I
a little.
was, I was good looking a few years ago,
I believe it.
Wow.
and then,
Wow.
and then, and then time and gravity.
Mm,
Damn them to hell.
yeah.
Gravity, huh?
Gravity,
I-
especially.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
time is a biggie.
Yeah. Let me bring this. Jack's really going to want to talk about Congress when I say this. The thing that sucks, and I don't know the status of your parents, Jack, but I will say when you lose a parent, and you might be able to speak to this. I'm sorry if you can, but you wish you weren't an only child when that happens,
Yeah.
because then there's nobody else in the world who is going through exactly what you're going through.
Mm.
So anyway, parents
That,
alive?
they're both alive. I'm 49 years old. Both my parents are alive,
Okay,
which
good.
is awesome. But I think that's a beautifully said, Keith. In all seriousness, I think that's a really beautiful and empathetic way to look at it, and that's got to be very tough.
Yeah.
Did you say empathetic or apathetic way to look at it?
Can both be true?
Sure. It's 2024. Anything is possible.
I said empathetic. I thought it was.
You know,
very nice.
Brad, Jack can like you, but that doesn't mean that I have to. Let's go to the next question, gentlemen. Jack, do you have any tattoos?
I do not.
Okay.
In case I ever convert to Judaism, I want to be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Oh, interesting.
No,
Leaving
just
that wide
kidding.
open, aren't you? I know he's leaving his options open. I like that.
No tattoos. I don't know. It's not for me.
That's-
No.
Not for me either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad?
Candace Owen just called.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Ben I don't know.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, moving on. What Brad, I have no idea. Do you have any tattoos?
Mhm.
I don't know that I want to know. No, okay. We're
Yes,
good. No,
yes,
it's not
no.
show and tell.
Go.
Why? You wanted to see it. It's the little guy with a lawnmower.
I sure as hell did not say I wanted
No,
to see
it's-
it.
No, I actually do. I have one right here.
Oh, really?
Oh,
cool.
awesome.
I like
Route
that
66.
one. Yeah.
It's a
Oh, that's
classic.
awesome.
It'll never go out of style.
Have you been on Route 66 up in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like been through there? What do
Oh,
we got?
cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Route
We've
66.
done 2/3 of Route 66.
Oh, cool.
We
the
stuck
reason-
to the Oklahoma to somewhere in Texas. leg.
Texas leg.
That's the best part of it. The Oklahoma, Texas part is the best.
Yeah. I mean, there's some cool stuff up there. Like I will always think of when I think of Route 66, I'll think of me and my youngest daughter taking a trip up to Oklahoma City and Oklahoma and stuff like that. And then the morning we left in January of 2020 and started headed back, it was the day that Kobe Bryant died, because we stopped at a museum on the way, and then the first alert came through from TMZ. But that morning when we were leaving the hotel is when the first case, I believe it was the first case, there was something going on in Washington State with COVID. And I always think of that trip. We got that in right under the gun. But there are so many cool things on Route 66 in Oklahoma that stand out in my mind. So get up there if you get a chance.
Can I really quickly?
Yeah.
Again, you've inspired me with something within your story that you said. It's difficult to be a comedian. So I'm in the comedy world, the entertainment world. So almost all of my friends are comedians, which means we say horrible things to each other. I mean, just the worst, most vile, awful things. I have a million stories of that. But the day Kobe died,
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday, my phone started blowing up with my comedian friends saying things like, "This can't be true. I know Kobe's terribly against passing."
Oh,
Dude, the helicopter was still on fire, and my phone was blowing up with stuff like that.
That's so good.
Awful.
That
It's
is
so
so good.
God's honest truth. My phone
But that
is
was-
blowing up.
You know what? The thing about it is, though, like back in '86, when were you alive in '86? How old were you all?
49. Yeah. If I was 12.
Okay, so it was when the shuttle exploded, Challenger,
Mhm.
I was
and
home from school that day.
within, and there was no interweb, as you remember back then, but within a day, the same jokes were traveling coast to coast. What does this button do? What were the last words spoken on the on the space shuttle. What this button does?
What does
Or
NASA stand for? Need another 7 astronauts.
No.
That's right. That's right.
Chris-
Oh, go ahead. Go.
Kristen McAuliffe had blue eyes. One blue that way, one blue that way.
No, please don't do this.
Chris McAuliffe had really clean hair. How do you know? They found her Head and Shoulders.
Okay, we've got to stop this right now. So help me.
But people deal with tragedy that way.
Yes.
I know.
That's how, because it's true. If you don't laugh, you cry.
Plus, they're still alive anyway.
Right?
All 7.
Actually, you know that they did find that
Look
they
it
were
up.
like still in the thingy.
Look it up.
I've seen the whole they could be alive today thing with this is what was Michael Oka, the Asian guy.
The Hawaiian guy.
Yeah, the Hawaiian. Was he Hawaiian or North Korean?
Don't you dare.
Okay. But that he was, here's a picture of him, and here's where he's living in Topeka, Kansas, wherever, as an orthodontist.
Yeah. And then there's for all of them, right?
Right.
Look it up.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait for the Wikipedia entry underneath this YouTube video. Actually,
What they do,
the
wait.
Space Shuttle Challenger.
Oh, yeah.
They'll
There's a little warning.
They'll put the stupid thing down there. It's like, we got it. All right. Relax.
Oh, here's what we throw in: climate change is a hoax. That'll get, you'll get 2 or 3 of them.
Oh,
now.
yes. Oh, let's see how many of these we can do.
Kristen McAuliffe actually used PERT.
The vaccine, the COVID vaccine kills. Boy, there we go.
You might as well kiss this episode goodbye now.
I
Done.
Oh man.
Yeah, this one's not getting monetized. All right,
No.
so street smarts or book smarts, Brad?
Street. Me? You mean in general, or do I recommend? That's a really broad.
What? How would you define yourself? Street smarts? I'd say you're street smarts.
More, yeah. I used to think I was smart, and I've learned the older I've gotten, I am not smart. I tested well,
Yeah,
but
I could vouch for you on that one. Definitely not
Thank
smart.
you.
Jack, what do you
you're
got?
Supposed to agree with me on that, but
Early in my life, book, I would say street now. There's just no there's no equal. There's no exchange for like living it. It just isn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to surprise me now. You know what I mean? Like, nothing is shocking anymore.
I'll be there in a second. Let's see if I can do it.
yeah. But so, Keith, street as well for you?
I changed the locks, Brad. Yeah. I think your answer was perfect. Used to be book, now street. Okay, Jack, which celebrity annoys you the most? Brad Staggs is a celebrity, by the way.
No, I love that guy.
Celebrity. I'm not. No.
Hey, thanks for making yourself available here at the last minute.
I'm really glad. What? Hold on a second. They're dirty. The dishes are dirty. I have to wash them now. Okay.
Wait.
That's why Candace Owens was fired.
Right. She wouldn't do the dishes.
That's right.
Or make sandwiches.
So
yeah, this particular episode is gonna have a special place.
I hope you're recording it somewhere. You told me I would have hit record on something over here, but
yeah, because YouTube's gonna delete this real soon. Anyway, sorry, Jack. Which celebrity annoys you the most?
I mean, boy, it's like, it's a real Sophie's choice. There's so many good options. You know what? There's probably a better one, but I'm going to go with Lena Dunham. Her I'm the voice of a generation thing. If you don't think I'm sexy, you're fat phobic. I wish I had gotten an abortion. Like,
Brad,
vile.
You got your screen up here. Can you get a picture of whatever her name is, Lena Dunham? I can't think of her.
Yeah, hang on.
Head. I want to see.
I looked her up the other day because and she has actually gotten uglier. Which is
I think I know the name, but I can't think of what she looks like.
Hang on a second.
From the HBO show Girls.
Oh, I don't have HBO. I'm poor. Thank you though.
Where do I go to make this thing? Hold on. Say present.
Literally, as she talked about abortion, she was like, I never had an abortion. Like talking about.
Was she the one in front of Congress?
I
No.
doubt it, unless there are
What's the
free
one that
snacks.
Rush
out
got
there.
in trouble for making fun of in front of Congress?
Hold on a second. Oh, I've got this is too many.
Leslie Jones,
Why do
actually.
I have
Yeah.
so many of these open for? Hang
Too
on,
many
I'm
tabs.
looking.
Jones.
I
Too many
know.
farm animal tabs. I've told you about that. You
I've
gotta
got
get a
too
different
way
tablet.
too many tabs. Hang on. I can do this. I can do this. Give me a chance. I'm a somebody now.
I'm watching. See, behind the scenes, I'm watching Brad's screen, and I'm seeing him close a bunch of tabs of like barnyard animals doing interesting things. And so
You
I'm
know what?
waiting
Have you
for
ever
the
seen a
actual-
barnyard animal actually play the violin? No, you haven't. So there, I shared it.
Did you? Oh,
That's Lena
let's see.
Dunham.
I know the name. I've never. I don't know who
You
she
know,
is.
if nothing else, you should get a fine for wearing that combination of clothing like that. It just
Don't care for her.
no.
I'm a
No.
pass. Let's see here. Brad, do you have so
She single-handedly saved the textile industry with that dress.
That's a good line. That's a good line. Let's see. So whose answer was Miss Dunham there?
That's me.
Okay, so Brad, you're
what do
up.
you got?
There's only two more. You forgot in that short spirit.
I forgot who said her name.
Well, I was looking it up, so it wasn't me.
I-
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know. It's a good question. What the hell
I
is
saw
wrong with me?
I saw some trailer for a movie that what's her face was in Schumer, Amy Schumer.
Mm-hmm.
She's annoying as hell. She's the only one I could think of right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
That is, she's annoying.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of a male actor. Excuse me, an act. I didn't want to gender anybody or
Thank you.
misgender
Thank
them.
you.
Because I do like to be hip and cool and stuff. And that's
And
all
you
I can
are.
think about right now is Amy Schumer, but I'm sure
Okay.
that there are more. I forget things easily
No, I'm with you. I 100%.
because otherwise my head will explode.
What's yours, Keith?
I don't have one. I forgot to think of one before we got started here.
You are so here. I'll just Google annoying
Who's trending?
actor.
Who's trending right now? Pick me something off of that list, Brad.
Charlie.
Jay?
Oh, well, no, Shia LaBeouf. There's a good one.
Oh, he's annoying.
He is annoying.
Something will come to me at some point, probably in this conversation.
It reminds me of the new perfume Come to Me.
There's a new perfume called Come to Me.
Mhm.
Weird.
That's it. If you know, you know.
Let's
Everyone
see
hates
here.
Ford
What
and
is the
Hathaway.
kindest thing someone ever did for you, Brad? And the answer is Keith invited you to be a part of
Thank
this.
you. That's it. Damn it. You beat me to it.
All right.
The kindest thing that somebody ever did.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I tell you what, Jack, listen to his answer because I'm thinking of celebrity.
Okay, well, I actually have a celebrity one that I was going to give. This one is actually tough for me to talk about because there are so many people who have done so many kind things for me over the course of my life that it actually feels wrong to single someone out. I know that sounds corny, but I'm so grateful to the people who have shown me incredible kindness. So I just want to sort of say that. Let me tell the story. I was an intern at the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, summer of 1995. In fact, hold on. Hey guys.
That's him.
Judge Ito with the interview the other day.
Yeah, that's crazy, Jay.
So that's very good. That's really funny.
That's all I got.
That is really good. Very good, Kevin Eubanks. So I'm an intern. Could not be lower on the totem pole. Summer 1995, the Hugh Grant summer, by the way. The first time they ever beat Letterman in the ratings. What the hell were you thinking? So I was an intern at Leno. My mom, of course, my mom came out to visit. We live in a small town in true upstate rural New York, close to Canada, south of Rochester, New York. So she came out, saw a taping of the show. She comes on stage afterwards, and you can like meet Jay and take a picture with him if you like work there. And Jay was very nice. Oh yeah, oh he's great. He's gonna run the company someday. That sort of thing. Just very sweet, like sort of thing you say to your parents is very sweet.
Good Leno.
Oh, thank you.
It's very good. Yeah,
That's really.
And so, a couple days later, we actually on a Sunday. We have tickets to go see Jay perform stand-up at the Comedy and Magic Store in Hermosa Beach. Every Sunday, Jay did stand-up at the Comedy and Magic Store in Hermosa Beach. So we have tickets. And as it happens, we got there early enough because, I didn't know the town that well, that they seated us up front. I was like in the front row. So Jay comes out, when the show starts, Jay comes out, he sees us and he points to us and waves. Not something comedians like to do a lot because they don't want to make it seem like they're stacking the crowd. But he points us and waves. We're like, oh my gosh, he acknowledged us. That was so cool, whatever. So he does his hour-and-a-half stand-up act. And at the end, he's like, oh, thanks, everybody. Good night. Thanks, everybody. He walks over, bends down, takes my check for the sodas and the brownie sundae that we split, takes our check off the table, shakes my hand, and walks off the stage. And everyone was looking at us. What was so cool about that was that my mom could tell that story, is that she could go back to her job. She was a secretary at this place, that she could go tell that story to people, and that everyone is looking at us in the crowd like, whoa, who are they? I'm like, couldn't be less of a nobody. I'm just an intern. And Jay Leno paid for my my drinks and brownie sundae for me and my mom.
that's cool, man.
And it's just cool.
Cool.
That's who Jay is. Jay is, I know
seems
people
like
have a lot of feeling. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I hear that across the board. That's so great.
That's nice to hear, because
of course I'm thinking
dicks.
Yeah, when I'm hearing that story, I'm thinking, if I'd only known, I would have gotten 6 bourbons during this show. But whatever.
Can I get a gift card?
Yeah, next time, instead of waving, you walk down here and you say, hey, whatever gets on me, and then
yeah, exactly.
Oh, anyway,
try the porterhouse.
That's a really good story.
Very, very kind.
I got to tell you, I'm living in the past right now because I am hung up on my stupid question that I didn't take 2 seconds to think about, because, boy, there's a lot in this world that annoys me, and there's a lot of celebrities that annoy me. But I'm really struggling to come up with the one. We will do a 12-hour broadcast. You guys can go home. I'm going to sit here today, tonight, tomorrow morning, letting this live stream continue until I come up with an answer to this stupid question.
If you Google it, there's Andy Dick, Paris Hilton, Steven Seagal.
Hey, we're done. We're done. That man is responsible for the death of Phil Hartman. Screw that guy.
Wow.
We don't have a 12-hour podcast necessary now. Okay.
I have not heard that story.
Because he's the one that brought Phil Hartman's wife back into her drug habit that led to the murder suicide. Oh my gosh. Boy, that we're done right there. Yeah, we got there.
Didn't they just arrest him for something else too? Like,
please,
he's always in
Andy
trouble.
Freaking Dick. Who is it that tells this story about how he's responsible? I can't remember, and I don't want to mistakenly say the name. So if somebody wants to do my job for me and Google there in the chat, look up what celebrity says that Andy Dick is responsible for the death of Phil Hartman.
So wait, you're just believing another celebrity is what you're saying. You're just believing
back off. Who invited you onto this podcast at the last minute, I might add?
I crashed it.
Okay, so let's see. Has anybody ever done anything nice for you, Bren?
What, we never got the okay, yeah. Has anyone ever? That's really funny.
See,
I mean, yes, they have, but now I can't think of.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
That's a tough one. I mean, I'm not going to try to one up the Jay Leno story because that one's
right.
Good, so I'm just going to let that one
just in shock here, Jack.
But a small little kindness can still be a lovely story.
In other words, what he just said was, you can still try.
You can try. Yeah.
You can try.
At least you tried.
I dare you. I dare you.
You know what? I will say this. Here, you could say it like this,
Right,
because I know that you have crossed paths with multiple celebrities. So let me tell you my story of the kindest celebrity that I've ever crossed paths with. It won't be like who did something really nice for me, but by far the best person, and this was when Pat and I did a show in Houston. So this was 20 plus years ago.
Wow.
And a local came in to do an interview. I forgot what he was promoting. I don't even remember what was going on there. But I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a famous boxer by the name of George Foreman.
Yeah.
And he came in there and was the most genuine, nice guy, would talk to you about anything with a smile on his face, pose for pictures. And I cannot say
cool.
enough nice things about George Foreman just being just a regular, nice guy. And
Did he
that
give
was
you
a
a
fun
grill?
experience.
Did he give you a grill?
This may have preceded the George Foreman grill. Look up,
No.
do my job for me if you would, and look up when was the George Foreman grill a thing? Because this was probably
That's early to mid 90s. Hold on.
oh really? Because 2001 is probably summer of
1994.
Yes.
All right,
See.
so
Yeah.
well, thank you for fact checking me in real time, gentlemen. Really helped out there. Yeah. So okay. Well, he didn't bring me a grill, so now I'm pissed. Now I'm. You know
All
what?
right.
I retract that story.
He was a jerk.
Where are my freebies? Where are my freebies, man? Okay.
Hey, I
on
don't
a
know if you
scale-
saw this or not, but I did, because on the front page of Fox, Kate Middleton announces she has cancer and she's undergoing chemotherapy.
Oh, wow.
I guess now we all know. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, yay! Happy Friday.
So Congress.
I think, yeah, let's go back to Congress. Yeah,
It's
no wonder
supposed to
she was
be a
making
happy
crappy
occasion.
Photoshop edits. She's just
Yeah,
trying to
right.
do them while she's
So
getting
hold on
chemo.
a second. She went out shopping. Was she wearing a wig or something, or what?
I mean, if she is undergoing chemo, doesn't mean she's lost her hair yet.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out, why the
Wow.
Photoshop
Why
and
do
stuff
you
like
hate
that. 'Cause
Kate
she went out,
Middleton so
Yeah.
badly?
she went out
It's ugly.
shopping.
It's an ugly side of you.
Wow, it really is. I mean,
Hey, a friend of mine just sent me a message that says John Lovitz is the one who told that story about Andy Dick being responsible for the death of Phil Hartman. Now, do you believe the story, Brad Staggs?
yeah. I'm trying to think of how John Lovitz talks. I can't remember now. I was gonna try it, but now all I've got is Jay Leno in my head. Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's the ticket. Andy Dick's
that's-
responsible. Yeah. There we go.
So,
We got
yeah,
there.
yes,
There you go.
yes.
Okay.
John Lovitz has more credibility than you.
Let's see here. What else do I have? Oh, and I did not clean out my truck for this particular.
Wait a minute. Is that a euphemism? Asking for a friend.
Wow.
What?
It's asking
not.
for me because
On a scale of 1 to 10, how messy is the inside of your vehicle? It's not a euphemism, and I would say right now, I'm at a 5. Well, so one. So one. Let's see. 10 is messy. 1 is clean. What do you mean? Oh, what? I'm at a
I've seen
5.
the inside of your vehicles.
Not in a while.
No, but
I said right now I'm at a 5.
okay.
I said right now I'm at a 5.
Okay,
Oh, you're
all right.
saying that it's more messy than a 5? You're saying it should be, or are you saying it's?
Wait a minute. Why is it? Hold on. Why is clean? You say clean's 10?
I don't know. I didn't write
I'm
these. I
confused.
stole them off of some stupid website.
you couldn't come up with that one.
Must we analyze the freaking rapid
Wait a minute,
fire
shouldn't it
questions,
be-
which are anything but rapid, by the way?
Yeah, right. That's my
10
fault.
be dirty? Shouldn't 10 be dirty and 1 really clean? It doesn't matter in your
10 is
case.
dirty.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm
It's when you're 5.
So he's
10 is
so,
10.
you swap those, are you
Time out.
still a 5?
Time out. I used to work at a tire store. No. And here's a 10 for you. This is a 10. So I had just started there, and the guys are like, hey, why don't you pull this one out or whatever? No, it's not a euphemism, Brad. So they had just put the tires on it, and I get into the minivan.
Nice.
It is the grossest 3 by 6 foot area that I've ever been in my life. There is food everywhere. There is stank everywhere. Every smell you can imagine is inside this minivan. But no. I haven't even gotten to the fun part. There's a freaking trail of ants inside this vehicle. Now I see why Newbie was given the task of moving that vehicle out of the garage. Oh my gosh, it was horrific. I couldn't get out of that van fast enough. Here you go, ma'am. Have a great day. And don't forget to call Cook's Pest Control.
Wait,
My word.
wait. Well, okay, wait. So what did the woman look like? Was she like nicely dressed? Was she a mess? Was she like slop? Did she look like Lena Dunham?
Or Google chick.
Right, right. Or
you're-
Google. Yeah.
yeah.
What she look
No,
like?
closer to Lena Dunham.
Oh, because sometimes it
She
surprises
was
me.
on her way to Walmart for sure, dressed
Okay.
like that.
Dressed like Lena
Yeah.
Dunham.
Mhm.
Well, that could be bad.
Jack, what's your vehicle looking like these days?
Unfortunately, I'm taking the 5 as well because I'm
See,
honest.
because you're in the city.
I'm in Connecticut now. I'm in
Oh.
Wilton, Connecticut. So I'm like an hour 20. I have 15 acres right now. I'm looking at like forest outside this window. So
Oh wow, nice.
Oh, nice.
yeah, I hear coyotes at night, like literally So
yeah,
like,
me too.
yeah.
I love that.
But-
What I don't love it
yeah,
is when they
yeah.
yelp when they're attacking something.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Lord.
when they're like attacking my baby, that's like blah blah blah. But shut up, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah,
like I
thank
will
you.
so put you out. I hear the
Yeah.
coyotes. I will put you outside tonight if you don't
Yeah,
settle
yeah.
down.
Yeah, you got.
Right.
Or
I
as,
know
or
you're
as
hungry.
Letitia James says, simmer down.
Simmer
Simmer
down.
down. Yeah.
Simmer. I
So
think
wait
it's
a minute.
simmer down.
Do chicks like simmer down or calm down more? Which do you like? Calm down or simmer down? Which
They
is
like
it?
a clean trunk.
So Brad, how messy is your vehicle?
Mine is, I haven't really been using it a lot because I never leave the compound. So it's going to be like at a 5 because I haven't washed it. I haven't vacuumed, but it really is just kind of, it's just just there right now,
It's
sadly.
there. It's there.
It's
You know
there.
what's that, Jack?
Well, so Keith, yours is a 5, but like what drives the mess? Is it you? Is it just sort of like, I'm gonna leave
Yes.
my leftover McDonald's drive-through or whatever, that sort of, or leftover snacks, or is it your kids?
So it used to be my youngest,
Mhm.
but now that she has her own car, I don't find as many wrappers and straws in the door handle in the back seat. Now that stays clean. Now it's just all me.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just stuff that I need to take care of during the course of a week. And so I put my backpack every day in the back seat, but I also put the stuff like I'm a mental mess. And so back there is a bunch of paper and post-it notes and stuff so that when I get done with work and then I go out to my truck and I put my backpack there, I'm like, oh, I see these post-it notes. I'm like, oh, I got to stop it. Oh, I got to do this. And so here lately, there's been an accumulation of paper in the back seat. And so it's a 5, Bradley.
Well, it's funny that because while you were saying that, I realized that I have
You have to go. He's going to leave us.
I've got to go, and it's really, I'm sorry, but
I can't
no,
talk to anyone with a messy car.
I did a video years ago after Doc went jogging,
Oh,
and I cleaned out his car, and I think that there are some shots here.
okay. Tell me when I
this-
should add this.
No, you can go ahead. I mean, this is me cleaning out the car.
Oh, amazing.
Oh my.
This is all stuff that Doc had in his car. It was
Oh, money.
Wait a minute. Is this pre or post Amtrak?
post. That's what I was. Why do you think I was cleaning
That's
out his
why-
car? You don't think I was
That's
cleaning that
I
one?
figured. I just.
This is
man.
everything because
There's a midget in there. Nice.
it was so nasty. And I'll
It's,
just
it's like the minivan at the tire store, wasn't it?
well, that's what made me think of it. Let me fast forward here so you can see this. All this stuff came out.
Wow, look at this.
Okay, you could not get all this out of my vehicle.
This was look at that was. I mean, it was bad. He lived out of that. It was nasty.
But see, yeah, in fairness to him, he literally lived. Okay, so whenever I go to Colorado, that's what the inside of my truck looks like. I live out of it.
There was a baggie of like chicken breasts or something. I don't know what the hell they were, but
Oh
they had.
no!
Oh, it was. And socks. I thought I still have his socks because I didn't want to throw them away because some of them were new. But yeah, it was. That's in a Honda
Wow.
Fit. That was just nasty.
First of all, the man was tall. How did he fit?
I
in a
know
Fit?
that was the funny thing, seeing him get out of that little skateboard.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. No,
Yeah.
so it depends on when you would clean out my truck. not a euphemism. So whenever I go to Colorado, I've had it down to a science now. I have like the back seat, like down on the floorboard, is where all the wet stuff is, and like the I can't have this conversation with Brad. I can't have that. I cannot have a conversation with this man.
I'm not
It's just-
saying anything. I'm
know what?
looking.
I'm not going to
looking-
talk to you about my Colorado.
I'm,
I was going to say packing. I literally cannot have a conversation.
I'm looking at
With
stuff
Brad.
over here.
You're looking at something over there? Yeah, okay, you do
Maureen.
that.
I'm talking to the cat. Hey, cat. What's up?
I liked Brad wearing a mask outdoors before it was trendy.
Before it was trendy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually needed it in that case. It was like,
I
wow.
bet you did, yeah.
Oh, it
The,
smelled like fungus.
I love
Ugh.
that happened after Amtrak, because Doc would have loved that. Like
Yes, he would have.
he would have. It's funny, and it's so in keeping with his spirit. I love that you did that.
That's how he did it. And it's the weird thing is that mask, I think we got that at the airport when we were in Vegas for the SHOT Show. And we were like, and I had gloves on, and we were being all funsy in the airport in Vegas with a mask and gloves and things, and thinking, oh, people are going to look over at us like we're doing something crazy with a mask and gloves on. And then, within the next year, you had to. I think I foretold about the Rona.
Yeah.
I think I was prescient,
I,
not precious.
That
precious too.
that right there is the biggest word that will ever be uttered on this podcast. Prescient. Congratulations. If you're watching right now, you just witnessed At the Mike Show history.
Did I
being
use it
made.
right? I think I used it right. I'm not really
who knows?
sure.
I don't know.
Right, it doesn't.
You keep moving. Just keep
yeah,
moving, man.
Keep going right on.
Okay, so all right, I want to play this video for you. Well, you know what? Before I do that, hold on.
Is it about is it about cleaning your trunk? Because you can't do that in Texas anymore. Apparently, there are fines.
Don't Google that.
That's why I use a VPN.
I-
Okay, so what's the most embarrassing moment in your life, Brad, besides appearing on this program?
I was going to say
I beat you to it, didn't I?
most embarrassing. I mean, this isn't fair because
I know I didn't give him a heads up. Jack, you want to take this one first, since you had some time to think about it?
If he needs the time, I'll go
please
first.
take it, because I'm trying to think. There's so many.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
that was my problem. I
Waking up every day, I am
Yeah, I mean-
embarrassed for myself.
exactly.
Looking
Every
in
time I
the
walk by a mirror, exactly. Yeah.
every day.
Ugh. I know I have a worse one than this, but this is the only one that I could remember. In 8th grade social studies class, I remember where I was sitting. I had to fart, and I thought I would be able to squeak it out. Like sometimes if you really control it, you could just like squeak it out with no noise, just like, you know what I mean? Just control like one at a time.
One cheek sneak.
Yeah, just and unfortunately, I failed. So there was the sound, and
Wait, so hold on. Recreate the 8th grade. Like, what did the room sound like when this happened? I want to hear.
so the teacher's out there talking, whatever, and then all of a sudden there's just and I'm telling you, everyone
Not good, man.
in the class turned and knew exactly where it came from. Like, the teacher was like, "Jack, anything you want to share?"
Well, no, I already did, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted. I was so embarrassed. Like, there are like hot girls in that class. And,
Oh no, bro.
and so I literally, this is what I did. I was sort of like leaning, sitting, sort of slumped over, and I just was like, "What? What? What?" Like,
Did you turn around?
No,
Who's
I just.
back there?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that duck?
Yeah, there's a duck.
How'd that get in here?
It was mortifying.
I bet.
Like, I thought I was being so, clever.
Mhm.
And then you try to recreate the sound again, just so it's like, no, that wasn't a fart. That was my desk. I was like,
yeah,
exactly.
And then but then
I was
you
being
try
prescient.
to recreate it, right? And you sit there and like jostle your desk. Come on, make that freaking sound, man.
What the fart was my desk. It was my desk.
My desk, guys.
Was
my
it?
Desk.
Well, why don't you show us how it was your desk? That's what I would do if I was a teacher. Should we get the maintenance guy in here to give us some WD-40? Hey, open up the door, yell down the hall. Hey, Rusty! Yeah, we got a squeaky desk in here. Can you just perpetuate the hell?
Oh my God.
So you know what though, and Brad, I'll give you some more time to think here because he just triggered two scarring moments of my childhood.
You go.
I remember when I think these both happened in 10th grade. Now that I think about it. So one of them, it's like a social studies class, and we're all reading. See, the teacher knew that nobody was going to read the assignments every night. And so she would just have us read, like 3 paragraphs, and the next person in the class, 3 paragraphs, until we covered the whole chapter. And that was literally the class. And then we would all have a test. It was the stupidest thing, but it saved time at night. I didn't have to sit there and read all this history stuff at home.
Right.
But of course, I will never forget my least favorite year in history, for no other reason than for the experience I'm about to explain. Was I remember when I was reading these paragraphs and I got to the year 1864, but as a teenage boy whose voice was in the process of changing, it was the year of 1864. That was a good day. It was a good day, and boy, everyone just yucked it up. But that was not as traumatizing as another experience. So this was another social studies class. So it must have been a different semester, and but it was the same year. And I what did I say? I had something. Oh gosh, I said something about. I meant to say. What did I say? I wanted to say. Tentacles. That's right, tentacles. It was something about tentacles of the government or something like that. I was reading something out loud again, and I said testicles of the government, something like that.
That's great.
So, and of course, I quickly corrected myself, and my teacher she sucked. She thought I was trying to get laughs and stuff. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say the testicles of the government. Anyway, but then years later, I'm watching a newscast, and this poor kid I swear he was on Channel 11, WXIA, NBC affiliate in Atlanta. This would have been the summer of 96. So now we're a couple years after my screw up. And this poor kid, there's B-roll playing of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Mm-hmm. And the kid goes, the Great Barrier Reef is home to many unique organisms. Yep. That kid was gone like 2 weeks later. And I saw that and I thought, been there, bro. I feel your pain, man.
That's
so
really funny.
Anyway, that was good stuff. That was on the news, man. So
was it an erection year?
It was 96, definitely an erection year. Oh, Bill Clinton, definitely an erection year.
Yeah,
1996. So what do you got, Brad? Anything embarrassing?
I'm just having a good time listening to these stories. I don't
making you feel better about yourself.
I'll think of one in about 3 hours.
Okay, so that's fine. That's
call
fine.
me and I'll go. Oh,
so that was
supposed to told.
That was going to set up this right here. This guy. This is embarrassing. So I don't know all the context here, but it's like some halftime thing. And I think you make this layup, then you make a free throw, then you make a 3-pointer, and then a half court, and then you win $1 million. I really don't know. But remember, the first shot is a layup. And here we go. All right.
Oh my gosh.
0 for 3, 4, 5.
Oh my gosh,
bro,
that's like
6.
me.
7.
Oh,
listen to the crowd. They're turning on it. 8. Time's up, bro.
That would have been me. See, I'm empathetic to that because I can't. And I'm tall, and some people go, "Hey, you play basketball?" No, shut up. Because I never could. I cannot.
Wow.
I cannot shoot a basket. I cannot do
0 for
it.
8. Do you guys, speaking of basketball, do you watch the NCAA tournament, the college basketball? It's on right now, as a matter of fact. Do you guys care about that at all? Because I don't watch any college basketball at all, really. It's gotten to that point. But until the NCAA tournament rolls around. And I just wonder, you guys care? Do you fill out a bracket? You have a Final Four you could share with the class? What do you got?
I gotta clip my toenails real quick. Let me know when you're
Oh, okay. We'll wait. We'll wait.
I like that we'll wait instead of talking about other things.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would make a good distraction. Why don't you do that, and we'll sit here and enjoy the moment.
I would if it didn't hurt to be. Okay, so I've got this thing. I'm old, and there's something wrong with my knees. I don't know what the hell it is. And now when I go and my knees hurt, so I can't even bring my foot up over my other knee to clip my toenails.
Oh, I thought this was leading into your Final Four picks.
No, because I really don't. I think the Final Four are going to be the teams that make it that far.
Good call. Good call, Jack.
That's all I know.
Similar to yours?
No, I'm a diehard. I'm third generation Syracuse. My I went to Syracuse. My mom and aunt went to Syracuse. My grandmother went to Syracuse back in the good old days when women hardly ever went to college. And like my grandparents were married on the chapel on campus. I'm alive because of Syracuse. I love Syracuse.
Wow.
And
I'm never following him in a story ever. Because he's always right.
Oh, good call.
I hate this guy. I really do.
Oh, sorry. And so I love Syracuse so much, and it's been 3 years in a row of not making the tournament, and so it's painful to watch it when you're not in it, and when you're a big college basketball fan. I think it's maybe the best sporting event these 4 days when it's wall-to-wall basketball from 12:15 in the afternoon until almost midnight. Upsets and you could just sort of bounce around is one of the great sporting events in America, if not the best.
I will say that my 98-year-old grandmother, not familiar with this tournament whatsoever until yesterday. I was hanging out with her watching some of the early games, and I explained to her how it works, and she thought that was the coolest thing, that a tournament would last like for 3 weekends, and how it was, single elimination, and that had never been explained to her. She'd never taken 2 minutes to learn about it. And so that was kind of cool. But here's something to remember tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, when the University of Nebraska, my alma mater, takes on Texas A&M. The University of Nebraska has never won an NCAA tournament game. Could today
That's remarkable.
be the day? Oh, it is so remarkable.
Nebraska? That's crazy.
Not one time. Now, they've won the NIT tournament. Brad, you can go clip your toenails. They've won the NIT tournament.
Sorry,
they've
I was
never
reading
won
War and
one
Peace.
game.
You guys,
They've never won one.
I'm halfway through it now, so
Yeah, how's it going? Is it good?
It's great. Yeah, it's the war part.
So anyhow, good luck to Syracuse making it next year, man.
Well, thank you. But so it's such a great event. I think it is super fun.
Your coach there, Jim Boeheim, right? He was
Jim
a coach
Boeheim,
for like
yep.
Jim. What is it? Boeheim. Sorry.
Yep.
I don't get out much with the college basketball like I should. 203 seasons he was the head coach. How many was he the head coach?
203 before the university was founded in 1870. He was coaching. He was the head coach for 47 years.
Unreal.
Went to Syracuse, played for 4 years, was an assistant coach for a few years. Like all told, he spent like 60 years in the Syracuse basketball program. I mean, in that bleak 70s rundown town, where Syracuse gets the most snow of any city in the winter, not more than like Anchorage and like Minnesota or Minneapolis, St. Paul in other months in like spring or fall or whatever. But in the actual winter from lake effect snow, it just gets pounded with snow, that awful, horrible place to be. And there he is making this incredible program.
So a couple of things, never mind just the games every season. That man, I wonder how many times he made that same commute every day.
That's funny.
I wonder how many trips he made to work. But the other thought is, you're right. Syracuse gets pounded by snow, Brad, right there on the lake and all this stuff. Do you think some of the founding fathers of that town, do you think after a couple of winters they realized, hey, maybe this isn't the best place for a town? Should we move it now before we get too many buildings here and this becomes kind of a hub?
But no. They were just
Good point.
a bunch of dicks.
Wasn't expecting that, but okay, that's cool.
What?
All
There
right,
were. I think they were all named Dick. There was Richard Morris and Richard
Yep.
Feldman.
Richard Syracuse.
Right, Richard Syracuse. They all went by Dick.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Andy Dick,
Right.
who
Bunch
we
of dicks.
talked about
Whole bunch
earlier.
of-
So, do I need to, Brad? I don't want to be distracted here, but do I need to put your screen up? Or
I just think this is a
what do we
nice
got there?
story all of a sudden. I just happened
Oh,
to
let's
see
see.
this. And
What
look,
is this?
it gives you kind of some hope. Chelsea Clinton defends Barron Trump from being targeted in the media, unimpeachable right to privacy. I think the media should leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is Chelsea Clinton. It's something nice. A Clinton said.
That's very nice. That
Just
write
say
it down. Write this day down.
Right.
Clinton said something nice.
Nice about Trump. Just that's
About
there's
Trump
hope for humanity.
that
Hope
is
for
cool.
humanity. That's
Glad
all.
to hear
That's
that.
my contribution.
I believe she did the same thing with the Bush twins. I believe.
Wow.
So two in
Dated.
25 years.
Dated them.
We got some feel good moments here today that I just was not expecting. So I want to tell you guys about a story of a taxi driver in Las Vegas. His name is Gerardo Gamboa,
Montalban.
and then he looks. This is our good friend here. What did I call him again? Gerardo Gamboa.
Montalban.
What
There
did I
it is.
call him? not what's his name, but what did I call him?
Just make up another name.
Whatever. So he had a customer in his cab, and he realized there was a paper bag left in the back seat, and so it was a gambler that he picked up at a hotel. And then let's see. So he gets the ride, and the guy gives him $5. The gambler. Keep that in mind. The guy gives him $5 tip. All right, that's fine. Whatever. That's cool. But see, the thing is that in the bag, it wasn't like he said. I figured it was a bag filled with chocolates or something like that. Right. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it was a bag filled with $100 bills, totaling $300,000.
Right.
Got a $5 tip though.
Right.
That's good, right?
Yeah, and he gave it back.
The guy did the right thing.
Right.
What did I call him again? Gerardo Gamboa.
Sure. Gambino. Montalban.
He did the right thing. He turned it in.
He did the right thing because he knew that was like Paulie Gambino in the back seat. And if he didn't turn it in, he would have been feeding the fishes in Lake Mead.
Which driver picked you up? Well, I don't know. I picked up somebody else later, and I never saw a bag.
Right.
I guess that person got it. You should go and bug him. And meanwhile, you're out of there.
When they're hanging him upside down outside the top floor of the MGM Grand.
So he did. So the guy gave him $10,000 for his trouble. So he got a tip of $10,005. Let's see. The company gave him $1,000. So what did I call him again?
What
Gerardo Gamboa, the taxi company for doing the right thing. So he got $11,000. So
wait, he's a taxi driver, not like an Uber guy.
Right. It's a taxi company. Yeah.
They're still in business.
So he took I was thinking the same thing reading the story, bro. Boy. So $11,000, and then he gave it all to his church and stuff. What a nice guy, huh? And so I'm just wondering, what would you do if you were a cab driver?
How much is a medallion for a cab driver in Vegas? Do they have to do that in Vegas? I know they do in New York.
In New York City, it's $125,000 for a medallion.
Is it still?
Well, I'm sorry, it was. I don't know if it is still.
It's like $10 now, right? Because
maybe. There's still so many yellow cabs.
Right.
So I like that this guy did the right thing, and I would encourage my kids to do the right thing. But every time I read one of these stories in the last 30 years, because I remember I was producing a show late 90s, and the story was appalling to me. It was a lady who was she was a janitor for a big building in New Mexico. And I don't know the whole story of this. You can try to look it up or something. Do my job for me, please. And she discovered a diamond in a garbage can or something. I forget the whole details. And she did the right thing. And she turned it into the police. and nobody claimed it after the period of time, like 6 months or whatever. So in normal world, you would get that property that you
Yes.
discovered, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You
And
said this
so,
in New Mexico?
but yeah, look this up if you can
I
find
did.
it.
There's nothing on the
Yeah, well, this was
because I'm starting to question whether or not
Yeah.
you're
The fever dream.
right. I'm thinking you're just making stuff up at this point.
Are you just trying to fill time?
I feel like that's what you're doing too, Keith. I mean,
so the lady ends up the state of New Mexico, as the law is written, gets to possess that property. She's out now. She's out. And then they can sell it and take the proceeds, and you're out now.
wait,
If I
hold on. Say that again.
That's infuriating.
So in other words, before you do before you do the right thing, familiarize yourself with the law in
All right.
your city
All
or
right.
state. What?
So the state
Right.
gets to keep it. They love
Yeah.
states government love to keep stuff. That's the whole
And
civil
they did
asset
nothing.
forfeiture thing.
They had nothing to do with this.
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
find the
of
story?
course. I did not, but you just pissed me off telling me that part, which reminds me of civil asset forfeiture, which makes me insane that the government and cops have that back the blue and have that that power because they'll pull people over as they did the dude who was driving through Nevada a couple of years ago, the veteran.
You could have finished that story with driving through fill in the blank.
Right.
How do they know this too, by
Right.
the way? This is happening.
They pull you over because you were following that truck too closely.
Was I? Okay.
And the guy, it was a vet, and they were like, yeah, you have large sums of money. Well, I mean, yeah, how much? And they took his money, and it took him 2 years to get it back. Makes me
Call
crazy.
my attorney. You know what?
Makes me crazy.
You're not looking in here for let's go. All right. I feel like I'm always the last person to know about a lot of stuff. And I remember seeing a can sitting somewhere 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and thinking, wow, I don't know what that is, but I'm not putting that in my body. Brad, I'm talking about a can of water called Liquid Death. Liquid Death. Have you guys heard? I know I'm the last person. I got it. But when you see that, right? You see that's the title, Liquid Death. I'm like, I don't know that I want to drink that. I don't know what it is. Okay, I didn't realize it was water until 2 weeks ago at a concert when I mosey on up to the counter and I'm like, and I'm looking at the thing behind because I already had too much to drink at the restaurant next door and I got to drive home. So I'm like looking in the
Sure likes the Liquid Death. No,
right. And I said, do you not have bottles of water here? Yeah, that's a can of it. And it's Liquid Death. I'm like, oh, so that's
one of them's like an energy drink too. They've got two. Right. There's like a gold can too, and I think it's an energy drink.
Okay. Well, apparently they sell this stuff at concerts. Again, I don't get out much, y'all. I'm sorry, but
I've had it before. It's like
it was so cold. I don't know if I was just this thirsty or it was that cold, but man, it just tasted so good. Anyway, this isn't a story about me discovering a new bottled water. The way these guys marketed this, see, the reason it's at venues, the guy who founded this, part of the story goes to talk about how, and it's murdering your thirst, by the way. And I realize I'm the last person to
I didn't know this story either, actually.
Didn't know it either.
Okay, so and okay, hold on. John Stevenson has got a great point because this is exactly what the article says. Looks like some tasty looking, fake beer, sure, but apparently, like artists would be up on stage, and they didn't want it to look like, hey, like I'm lame. I'm drinking water over here, and so it looked like they were drinking a beer during their set. Anyway, I thought that was fascinating and how they marketed this product over the years and. Anyway, it's let's see. Hold on, let me see here.
Their evil mission is to make people laugh and get more of them to drink more healthy beverages more often. All well,
and they're
helping to kill plastic. I didn't know that story.
It's
brilliant.
Really I think it's brilliant marketing.
They are making tons of money because they're at these concert venues, and that's the only game in town if you want water. Did you guys see this story from the bastion of freedom that is the Russia? Misspoke there because I'm old. A Moscow court has sentenced a student to 10 days in jail after he renamed his Wi-Fi network he named it Glory to Ukraine.
Wow.
And listen to what he was found guilty on. Of a public demonstration of Nazi symbolics or symbols of extremist organizations by naming his Wi-Fi network Glory to Ukraine. And so I guess a cop, back to blue, a cop discovered the name of his Wi-Fi, turned him into authorities. Wow. And that is
that's heinous.
That's interesting.
That's as heinous as getting arrested for trespassing in the people's house. I mean, that would never happen here. So
no, what do you? It felt like you were referring to something specific.
No, I was just saying if you happen to be, in a place where they invited you to come in and you were just there. No,
and then you end up serving time for
right,
for
yeah,
that
or just being charged with something and have to take your time and spend your money to defend yourself against.
In this hypothetical world that you're referring to, like where would that possibly happen? I don't even know where you're going with this.
I think it was in a book I read once.
It's a strange non sequitur, Brad.
Yeah,
Staggs.
it really is kind of weird.
I'll tell you that. I don't even like it. Like, yeah,
Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra.
That's where we are.
By the way, I'm starting for this kid. I am starting a GoFundMe for his funeral. If anyone wants to chip in,
yeah. He's like, am I only in for 10 days? That's not going to give me enough time to get things right.
And Navalny 10.
Oh, bro!
All right. Do you think that Putin had Navalny off?
No,
I don't.
No, I think the West had him off. I've thought that since the moment it happened.
I've got nothing to base it on other than they say he did, so I'm thinking he didn't.
Okay, so I've got two pieces of evidence, and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is when all of the Western leaders were getting together at some summit there in Germany, and they were discussing, hey, we really need to stick together for Ukraine in this fight against Russia. And then what could we do? Well, do we have a pipeline we could blow? No, we've already done that. So no, we don't. We've already shot that one. So now we have Navalny that we could get rid of, and we can make it look like how evil this Vladimir Putin guy is. And then it comes out 2 days ago that they were this close to having some sort of prisoner exchange, where Navalny would have been freed, and they had a deal worked out with the West. And then, oh crap! Sorry, now he's dead. So I guess we don't have that option. Come on now, what? Just we're at a point in world history where I trust the West as much as I trust Putin, as much as I trust China.
Isn't that bizarre?
It's terrifying and it's depressing as hell. What do we got on the U.S. Congress today? Anything we can talk about there, Jack?
They're making lots of good choices, Keith.
Lots of good choices there in D.C.
When Tucker interviewed Putin, and I know Putin's a commie bastard, I get it.
Yeah,
but he came across as more honester than Joe Biden did. It was
100%.
It was
100%.
So bizarre.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing that sucks. Is that you watch an interview with a Vladimir Putin, and you're like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. And then you watch a speech of Joe Biden, and nothing is believable.
I know. It's
we are.
How did we get the hell back on this? How did we get?
I don't know.
How did we wander back in this quagmire?
I still have the theory that the Mayans were right in December of 2012 when their calendar ran out.
Oh.
I actually think that that's when we slipped through the wormhole into this alternate reality where everything sucks. They were more right than people realize.
What if? And sorry, that reminded me of the eclipse coming up.
Oh yeah,
which is going to be weird because now they're all telling people, you better buy supplies, you better stock up.
That's the stupidest thing. Stop.
But why would they be doing that? And by
first of all,
mean
they don't want you prepared.
Entities.
They want you dependent. Right. So if they know something, they're never going to tell you to prepare for it. But I'm with you that it's just weird that there's a lot of stuff happening in the sky. We talked about this on Pat Gray this morning. There's a lot of stuff happening in the sky right around the eclipse there, right about the time that they're sacrificing that red heifer over in the Middle East on Easter. But anyway, I digress.
Weird stuff, man. It's just
So
all
weird.
weird.
So weird. Okay, so now we get to the animal videos. Finally, woo, Jack,
Finally.
we're gonna rescue this.
I
this
love
program.
barnyard videos.
Well, you closed all your tabs, unfortunately. Plus, I don't know that I want a warning label on this video. Let's see here. Okay, so this little girl, Lower Road Radio, tagged me in this one. Love that. Hey, if you're looking for another show to watch, Lower Road Radio, good guys there.
Holding a
in fact,
raccoon?
they were
my
guests.
God.
They were guests a couple of months ago on this very show. Yeah, it's a girl with a raccoon. It's a pet raccoon, right? And of course his name is Rocket, because of course it is. It's
awesome.
a baby raccoon. And watch this.
What do you have?
Raccoon.
Why won't you put him down?
Because I love Rocky.
You love your Rocky?
Rocky raccoon. Okay. He's talking too.
Does he bite you a lot?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does? But we gotta go bye-bye. Can you put him back down?
No.
What a cool
I
raccoon,
don't
by the way.
want to.
Raccoons
Seriously.
are dicks.
But we
Yeah,
gotta
they
go
are.
bye-bye.
I don't want to. Look at you, movie.
Yeah.
Raccoon's gonna eat her face.
He's eating her face.
Right? And that's when they stopped the video because he probably ripped her face off. You're right. Hey, what's
jerks.
Congress doing? No. So first of all, that is the most tame wild creature I think I've ever seen.
They have it on lithium.
Whew, yeah.
He's been injected with all sorts of drugs.
Both of those creatures have been on lithium for a while.
Yeah.
You're letting your daughter hold that thing like that for. I gotta get this on video. Come on over here first before you put it down. We're gonna get some viral clicks off this.
Has it bitten you a lot? No. Yes.
They have leprosy, you know.
Oh, don't get. I'm doing animal videos right now. We'll do leprosy when we're done with animal videos.
I meant little kids have leprosy, not raccoons.
Okay, but no, we do
Horrible
have a
that way.
leprosy story because
Yeah, we do.
we
Oh,
don't
do
have
we?
enough.
Did
yeah,
you
'cause
not
we don't
know
have
that?
enough-
I thought you were teasing. That's amazing.
because we don't
Wow.
have enough stories about Congress, so we're going to talk about leprosy outbreaks in America. Okay, next animal video. Oh no, I got to do this because Calvin Coolidge, who's there,
Love
there,
these jeans.
there. That's the cool. By the way, I don't know. Have I ever put this on the show before? This is the coolest picture of a president ever. It's a little boy here shaking hands with Calvin Coolidge off the back of a train. It's impossible to find this picture.
That's awesome.
I used to sell T-shirts. I forgot where, somewhere at themikeshow.com, something like that. But anyway, I just love that picture of Calvin Coolidge shaking the hand of this kid. Brad, don't ruin it. I'll kill you, Dad. I know the look on your face. But anyway, what I wanted to show you.
It's a sad
Well,
backstory to that photo.
I swear, don't you dare.
30
train
seconds
was-
later, that kid was eaten by raccoons.
Right.
Look it up.
That train was backing up. And
Yep.
it's just
And there is said raccoon
horrible
that
what
did
happened
that
to
kid
that
in.
The president was holding the kid there for a
Right.
laugh.
So
Right.
that is Calvin Coolidge's wife, Grace, and they
Oh my
had
God.
their pet raccoon named Rebecca. And a funny story here.
The wife has raccoon eyes.
I was gonna say they both look the same.
Careful. Careful. That's the greatest first lady in American history since
Whoa.
the founding fathers'
Them
days.
fighting words. Big Mike is.
That's right. So anyway, no, look, you got to hear this. This family in Mississippi back in, what year was it? I didn't write it down. I think it was 1925, 26, somewhere in there. Family in Mississippi sent that raccoon to the Coolidges at the White House and said, "You should eat this raccoon for Thanksgiving dinner. That's what you should do." And the Coolidges were like, "Thanks for the gift and stuff." And they turned Rebecca Raccoon into a family pet. And there she is.
Wow.
So it can be done, little kid crying over your raccoon that your dad is recording you with, not caring if that's. I'm telling you, man, that raccoon started to turn toward her face and had already started to nibble on her hair barrette or something.
That's right.
That we need
They're
to follow up.
jerks. They're jerks.
You know what? You send the Child Protective Services to that house because there's something bad happened after that video stopped. I think. Anyway,
I have a whole. Is there
listening.
more animal videos? Because I have
Yeah.
this
There's
time
more
it's-
animal videos.
Okay,
There's a
sorry.
lot of animal videos today. I'm so sorry to
We've
tell
got
you this.
Stumpy is being
Huh?
Stumpy is they're getting rid of Stumpy.
Wait,
Whoa.
what?
Holy
Wait.
shnikes! That is not a real
Wait, they're
rabbit.
getting rid of Stumpy. What?
They're
what?
getting
I
rid of
need to-
Stumpy. It's very sad.
What?
Washington,
isn't real.
D.C. is losing more than 100 cherry blossom trees, including beloved Stumpy.
Where's Stumpy? Where in
He-
Washington, D.C. is
he's
Stumpy?
soon to be not there.
What
Holy-
a
I can't-
fun.
Do you not ever? I mean, seriously, do you not see the headlines? Because come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I don't have the news app giving me notifications when trees named Stumpy pass
Well,
away. I apologize.
well,
Should
it's
I
there
do a
when
Google
it's there
News?
when you want it. It's on Fox News.
Is it? Okay. Well, then
Yes,
that's probably why I
Stumpy. The
didn't
beloved
see
Stumpy is getting
Stumpy. That's too
schwacked.
bad.
That's a big rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
How's it
Lynn
taste?
Kozlowski sent me this video here. I want you to take a now. First of all, before we press play on this, is this a rabbit or a hare? And what's the difference? And did this particular creature mosey through Chernobyl? Because this is
This can't be
my
real.
It's a hair
Right?
bigger than a rabbit.
Nice.
okay. So Jack is voting it's not real. Wait till I hit play. And then he turns around and eats him, just like in Monty Python. No, here we go. Here we go.
Pooh, Winnie the Pooh,
pessoal,
blood and honey.
será que ele é o maior coelho do mundo? O que você acha? Comente aí.
God, that's a big boy. So real or not? I mean, you don't think it's real? His nose is
Ei,
twitching.
pessoal, será que esse é o maior coelho do mundo? O que você acha? Comente
Not
aí.
real. Not real.
Not real? What do you mean? Hold on. First of all, can we translate what he's saying? He's saying
Ei,
this
pessoal,
rabbit
bunny
is
será
went
a
que
through
fake.
esse é o
Chernobyl.
maior coelho do
rabbit is a
mundo?
fake.
O que
He's
você acha?
probably saying
Comente aí.
it looks real, doesn't it? It's not. Joke's on you. And I have a hernia from picking up this prop.
That's not a real
I-
rabbit.
What?
I
Is that
speak
a
this
real-
guy's language. He said this
Okay.
is Lena Dunham's appetizer for today.
Ei, pessoal, será que esse é o maior coelho do mundo?
Dunham.
O que você
Yeah, right
acha?
there.
Yeah.
Comente aí.
Oh, I got it.
I was right.
I got it.
That is not real.
Or it's not then it's some sort of like a deer and an elk and a moose or similar. Like it's not a deer. It's
In a
some other
rabbit suit.
thing.
Well, it's not a deer.
Well, no. I know, but like I'm saying it's like in the family.
I
but
got you.
It can't be a rabbit.
No,
Okay,
I think that
well-
was AI.
Yeah,
I think that was AI generated. Yeah, because I think that.
Okay.
Yeah, just hold it like this.
Have I? If
But
I
he
have
did
told
this-
this,
He did turn to the side, which
right?
there's
right,
no
right.
way that rabbit's that big.
Sometimes I feel like Joe Biden when I start to tell a story that I think I've told before. So I'm gonna just hit this real quick in case I have told it before. But you know how like you said he's saying this Lena Dunham's appetizer, and I was like, oh yeah, I totally hear that. That reminded me of a college roommate I had once when I had a buddy come over, and I apologize, audience, if you've heard this before.
Wow.
But my buddy was working for the state of Nebraska, like Department of Roads and whatever. Anyway, he's an engineer. He comes into my room here, and me and my roommate are in there, and he just comes in there, and he's just being his goofy self, and he's like, I said, hey, how was your day at work, Paul? And he goes, because it was a stupid thing that he and I were doing at the time. Just he's pretending that he's learning click, the language of
Oh,
click,
Yeah.
right?
like the gods must be crazy.
Right. And so my roommate, who was not the brightest bulb in the box,
Mhm.
said, he goes, what did you say? And he goes, I said, work sucks. And so my roommate goes, yeah, I heard the work part in there.
Hilarious.
And we're like, and me and Paul look at each other like, shut the hell up, bro. What? You stop it. You didn't hear jack crap. Ugh. Oh my
You-
gosh. I bet you don't like that, Jack, when people say jack crap, do you?
No, it's a very only we can say that.
My ninja.
Really offensive.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I still have 2 more animal videos. Woo. Okay. So, all right. Birds are cool, man. They're smart, man, especially crows.
They're not
That's
real.
like the intelligence of an 8-year-old,
They're not real.
but not the intelligence, more than the intelligence of a typical Keith Malinak roommate in college. But this bird here, this is almost, I don't like this actually. I mean, you're smart, you're cool, you're talented. I got it, bird. You can mimic human voices. What do y'all think of this? Would you want a bird that sounded this human? I personally don't care for this, but boy, this is intense.
Gonna give him a kiss.
Okay, that's the person, obviously.
Gonna give him a kiss. Gonna give him a kiss. Gonna give him a kiss. My sweet turd. My sweet turd bird. Who's my precious jabby bird? Who's my precious jabby bird? Who's my precious jabby bird? Who's my sweet jabby angel? Who's my precious?
Oh, you screwed up,
Who's,
bro.
who's my friend? What was the next line? That's a
That's cool.
raven. That's a raven, isn't it? Sorry. Wow.
Your turn.
You're so sweet.
Oh, see.
And that's where it ate her
Right
face.
into the ceiling fan.
Oh, yeah. At least I got this video on the internet before your face got gnawed off or a ceiling fan got involved.
Knocked his beak clean off. It was horrible.
Lost his voice. That was the last. That was the last video recording of that bird.
That's good because it was a damn liar, is what it was.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear an animal talking like a human.
That's
Unless
that was a raven, right?
no. I
Yeah,
don't think-
ravens can. Isn't it ravens that can? Because that's where the whole quote the raven thing came from. I think that's right, isn't it? Ravens can really sound like people. It is freaky.
By the way, I'm just catching up on some of the comments that I'm seeing here in the chat. I don't care for those comments about Mrs. Grace Coolidge, people.
She's a handsome
Just
woman.
Okay, I swear you. All right, I got one more video from let's see. Danny K sends us this video.
Potato
and,
salad.
I'm sorry.
That's from an old Danny Kaye movie. I know it's not that.
Oh,
Danny
look
Kaye.
at you going deep dive, man.
Deep dive, because every time I hear, and I can't remember what movie it was, but he ran around going potato salad.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm just realizing that Jack had a visitor there in the studio. And no. I'm just sorry. Should I have taken you? I didn't see a lot that was happening. Is everything okay?
Yeah,
Like, do you have to go?
No, my daughter just walked in the room, so obviously no dinner for her tonight. I'm going to get her a raccoon and let the raccoon dispense justice.
See how she enjoys the rest of the night in her room with no dinner.
Danny K sends this video of a cat, and so like the title of the video is like, this cat is calling the dog home. Okay, it's like it's time to go to bed. The dog's out wandering around, and so now the caption kind of is the power of suggestion, but it sounds like what the cat's saying. Watch this. Hello, my cat was feeling talkative tonight. Let him call her dog. Hello. Come on. Dog. Dog. All right, look at there. Came home. I thought it was.
Dogs don't listen to cats. That's fake.
That's fair. Okay,
That's
well,
fair.
hold on. But what about the earlier rabbit though? More fake, or
I just figured out who that was.
was that
Harvey.
Mhm.
You want to talk about a deep dive?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a deep dive.
I feel like at some point I'm gonna need to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Barbie movie. Yeah, I should do
No,
that.
what?
Okay, so
Barbie. I said Harvey,
oh, sorry, I'm
not Barbie.
deaf.
Harvey.
Oh,
You know,
don't worry,
Jimmy
don't worry,
Jimmy
yeah.
Stewart with a
Yeah, don't
with
worry.
my robbery, my
Driver rabbit.
Harvey right here.
Oh, that's hip. Let's see here.
Wait a minute. Says the man who thinks that Mrs. Coolidge is smoking.
I didn't say smoking. Just show some respect to
She
Grace.
looks like Winston Churchill. Okay, maybe not.
So this next segment, Brad's definitely going to enjoy this one. It's called the segment where stuff goes up. Segment. So let me show you this. No, what is he reaching for? There we go. Thank you. So
everybody has one of these laying around. Just saying.
This is something I'm glad that Brad and I didn't grow up together, because this is the kind of stuff we would definitely do as kids. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. I don't know who sent this to me, but thank you. Watch this. So this is obviously an organized thing. So they light this thing on fire, and then they run for the hills. Uh-oh, y'all better get out of there. Look at this thing. I want to ride on this thing.
What?
I actually want to ride on this thing. Watch this. Oh.
Oh, awesome.
And it keeps going and going.
Whoa.
And going. And going. And going.
Cool.
Tell me you don't want to be on that thing.
It hits a Chinese spy balloon in a minute.
Now wait for this when it maxes out here. Wait for this. Look at that.
Yes.
Yay. Now watch this. Tell me, as boys, did we not all have the parachute army man?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And
then you would chase it down to see where in the neighborhood it landed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Remember that stuff?
Wow.
Yeah. Those were cool.
I want to be a kid again, just to experience that again. Trying to, which neighbor's yard is it landing in? You know, oh, that was fun stuff.
That's Argentina's space program. That's their NASA.
Now, hey, you pick a different country, sir, because that country is on the rise. I'm serious.
Chile.
They're more especially their economy is. How do I say this? I have more faith in that economy than our own at this moment. Okay. Anyway, maybe that's just me, which is sad because it's just kind of like the whole leaders thing, you know. It's like I don't trust our leaders. I don't trust
DC
our
going? I have something fun.
Yeah,
I have something fun.
Hang on. Okay? We're gonna need something fun after this next, because remember this segment is the stuff going up segment. Okay,
that's right. Sorry, I forgot that was so long ago. Feels like
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
So I haven't had anything to contribute to that segment in a couple of years.
Hold on. Where's the other thing? I can squeeze it and it makes a noise.
Wait.
Oh, there it is.
What is happening?
What?
Here we go. Little girl has a nice little toy here.
This is my new floater by Fairy, and I'm going to show you how
it's her new fairy.
First, you put
going to show how it works. Put it in there.
Then you press the rocket button.
Rocket button. Here we go. Get out of the way. Fairy's got things to do. Places to go. How cool is that? Oh, very cool. Look at that thing. Wait.
No.
Oh, we're gone. She gone.
Well, wow.
She gone.
That was depressing. I thought it was like, I thought it was going to like take her eye out or something, spit into her face. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh my God, Teresa. Her eye. Oh my God, her eye's gone.
It's fantastic.
At least I got the clicks before you lost your right eye. Yeah. All right, what'd you have?
And they say that yard darts were dangerous. Come on.
Right. Thank you, sir. Should I put the screen up, Brad?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Washington, D.C. to lose more.
Oh,
than
not that. Oh, wait a second.
No. Stumpy.
Oh, that was Stumpy. Yeah. How did you get to that thing though? Did I? I'm
in your computer. Brad
how are
Stacks.
You doing that? Because it's
so Stumpy. Hold on. Don't give up on your Stumpy just yet. Hang on. I can't zoom in on yours.
No, you can't. What do you want me to do?
What is the what's the sub headline say there? Subtitle.
It says this summer Stumpy as well as 139 other cherry trees will be removed from DC. Something about the sea level.
Well,
that was
oh my gosh, is the word climate change in the freaking story?
I don't know because now oh no, wait a second. The current seawall has deteriorated to the point where the Potomac River floods the area. The water's not only path, pedestrian renovation project, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can't see Stumpy, can you? He's standing there.
Oh, no, I can't see
Okay,
Stumpy.
hold on a second.
Because he's Stumpy.
Hold on now. Can you see him now?
Because he's Stumpy. Oh, let me see here. Let's see. Yeah. Here we go.
There's Stumpy.
What? What in the world? Hold on. So you're telling me that tree is an actual tree that just...
He's a gnarled tree that has a fan
You can't chop
base.
down a special needs tree. Especially in Washington, D.C. You should know better. Know better. And what is that? A turd running around with arms waving?
That is the human embodiment of Stumpy.
No, that's Mr. Hanky or something, right? The poop thing. Right? That's what that is.
The Christmas poo. Yeah.
Stumpy.
He does look like a giant turd, doesn't he?
Turd. Stumpy.
Those are your tax dollars right there at work, I'm sure.
Gosh. All right. So
1.2 trillion.
Okay, leprosy, by the way, is spreading in Florida. It's on the rise.
The damn raccoons.
So, congratulations to the United States joining the leprosy club. 159 cases of leprosy in the U.S. Just in the last year, and so 81%. So cases in southern states have nearly doubled over the last decade. What? Why would it be in the South that a third world disease? Anyway, 81% are found in Florida, by the way. So congratulations. Also, a measles outbreak. We've got going.
Now do measles.
Now do measles. I don't know what's causing all of these third world problems.
Weird, isn't it?
To integrate into America. I just have no idea what they could be doing that. You guys, I don't know. Do you have Chick-fil-A's up there, Jack? Okay.
Yep.
Because when I went to the University of Nebraska from Georgia, I was so depressed.
Indoor plumbing?
When there was no Chick-fil-A up there until long after I moved away. And so, but now they're everywhere. Congratulations. Well, now they are introducing a new menu item, introducing Chick-fil-A pizza. Pizza at Chick-fil-A. Come on, stay in your lane. But here we go. There it is. And so if you want to take a look there, it's got pieces of, almost like the chicken nugget type thing. Pickles and the cheese and all that good stuff. You eating that? You trying it at least?
I'm trying it.
Okay.
It's okay. They're copying Mexican restaurants, which is all the same ingredients arranged in different ways.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. See, I mean, think if you go to Taco Bell, you got, it's a tortilla and some beans and some stuff and rolled up. Or if it's a taco, you just fold it up. Or if it's a tostada or whatever, you fold it up and fry it. It's the same stuff. So this is the bread underneath everything.
I don't even look at the Taco Bell menu or the menu at my favorite local Mexican restaurant. I go to Taco Bell, I go to the little screen, I punch in 4 crunchy taco supremes, and then I'm on my way. At my favorite Mexican restaurant, it's 2 cheese enchiladas, double rice, no beans, and that's it. And so I don't even look at these menus. I didn't realize that was what was happening. So
all the same stuff. And this does look good.
So listen to this from this story. The new Chick-fil-A menu lineup of pizzas include the Chick-fil-A pizza pie that we just see there with pickles and whatnot. Then they're also going to have the Buffalo Ranch pizza pie. So we're going to have buffalo sauce.
Oh,
and
I'm
some
sorry.
zesty lemon.
That's what that is. That's Chick-fil-A sauce on there. I thought it was like multiple cheeses. That's what that is, dude. That orange sauce there on the.
Yep. You're right. I see that now.
Yes.
I see that here.
Sorry,
okay.
To interrupt.
So what they're doing, you're right. I just now put 2 and 2 together. Thank you very much. It's going to look like this, but then they're going to put the different flavor on it. Chick-fil-A sauce one, Buffalo Ranch,
pangolin.
Then there's a pangolin offering. That's only available in certain markets, though. Brad.
Right.
So
where would those markets be? I wonder if they were
just wet places.
I bet they're wet. Yes. So there's a pepperoni pizza pie. What at Chick-fil-A? Okay, no pepperoni at Chick-fil-A. I got to put my foot down as someone born and raised in the shadow of the first Chick-fil-A. Stop with the pepperoni. We got meats and veggie pizza with
No, that's Arby's.
sliced sausage and
That's Arby's.
meatballs and
We got the
mushrooms and
meats.
red bell pepper. We got the meats. Yeah.
We
Anyway,
got
let's
the
see
meat.
here. Let me just see here. Let's see here. So the global fertility rate is plummeting, by the way. And in fact, they're saying that by 2050, the population of 3/4 of all countries will be shrinking. Wonder what could be causing populations to decline.
Weird.
Lena Dunham.
I think it's interesting. Now, this is completely unconnected to this story, but fertility rates will continue to increase in sub-Saharan Africa.
Excuse me, where?
Where they didn't take the vaccine. Again, I don't know how they're connected, but I'm just throwing that in there. Anyway, it's talking about how nearly every country's population is going to eventually go down, and then you'll need immigration to sustain economic growth. But anyway, this is the first time that the world's population has fallen since the Black Death. Interesting. Interesting times.
I don't know whether
Well,
to cry or to applaud. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, they're in 2019, so this is actually pre-pandemic. For the first time in 100 years, America's life expectancy has gone down. So it's like been shooting up, and now finally it's gone down. Again, that's pre-pandemic, and they say that's deaths of despair is one of the key elements.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw something else that said that loneliness causes more health issues than health issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and by the way, you saying that life expectancy in a nation it went up, and now it's starting to go down. It's almost like that country may have peaked.
You guys didn't
Almost
tell me
like-
we were leaving on a high note. Sorry, I would have
hang
brought
on.
something to the party.
What about the woman who? Okay, the COVID era brought in the era of Zoom everything. Right now, you can remote fill in the blank. And so this lady was dialed into, and I've seen the pictures. I didn't send any in here to use, but just imagine a church with some big jumbo TVs so that people can be at the, and that's what's so weird. I don't need to be seen at the funeral if I dial in. I want to see the funeral. But they put the people that were attending, is weird, right? And put them on a big screen kind of up there near the casket and stuff. And this one lady, unfortunately for her, was showering during the entire service. It's like, is anyone manning the controls? Could you take the picture down at some point? It's what a strange story that was.
That
But
weird.
Anyway,
one of my
So
hardest
she
laughs
was
in my
naked at the funeral, is what you're saying.
oh yeah, she was naked. Well, yeah, she was
Okay.
in the shower. I don't know that. Have you ever
Right.
showered while fully clothed? Is your name in Tobias?
Like you have
race
to
are you?
answer that. I really. I mean, you.
He's got me on speed dial every time he gets in the shower, Jack. It's really awkward. I've asked him to stop, but I need him to fill in a pinch on this show, so I just act like I like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
Yeah.
fair,
Oh
right?
gosh.
What were you saying, Jack? I think you're starting to say something there. About
I did.
something.
For the life of me, I can't remember it.
Oh, Joe Biden on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
He gets worse.
Look, I'm on.
Oh no, are you getting interrupted again?
Again.
Oh, bro,
Sorry.
You're not.
that's awesome. Tell him we'll be done in 3 minutes because somehow Brad's gonna take us home with some feel good story. Am I right, Brad?
It is feel good.
Do we have a hard out at 4?
Well, I try to respect people's time and not take you past that.
Can I do something for 45 seconds?
It's not hard
Wow.
timed unless
What
whatever.
greedy SOB this guy is.
45 seconds of you just talking?
Dude,
I don't
thought
think
you
so,
said he was
sir.
cool. I mean,
I never said
Wow.
that. I never said
Yeah,
that was
no,
cool.
gosh,
Take as
no,
much
no,
time
no.
as you need, bro. Go.
So, just very quickly, because you inspired this with the found money story. We sort of missed our opportunity to talk about that a little bit because I have a found money story that is pertinent to everybody. And I'm going to start it by saying this, Brad, have you ever lived in Indianapolis, Missouri, or Ohio?
No.
Nevada?
Yes.
In Vegas?
I've lived in Nevada, but not just outside of Vegas.
Did you ever live with an address 8345?
I don't like this game. I'm glad he went to you first.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Just curious if I found. So Brian Sack, who couldn't be here today, has discovered this website called missingmoney.com.
Oh, yeah.
He's obsessed with it. And so what it is it's unclaimed property where you can just put in your name. And so for example, I put in my name. I'm Jack the Third. So my grandfather, who died in 2002, so he's been dead for 22 years, still has unclaimed money that we have the rights to. They give the amounts. It can be like under $25. It could be over $100. My grandfather has two things over $100. So Brian Sack has always been pushing me. He loves finding money for people. You can put celebrity names in there, and you can see like Tom Cruise has like under $25, like owed to him from Paramount or whatever, like a residual check that he never picked up. So these are like checks or refunds or rebates or maybe tax returns, whatever, that weren't able to be returned to you. So the government actually holds it, or I guess it's the government actually holds it for you. Brian Sack found using my wife's name 9 months ago. And usually when he finds it, it's, it could be $2 to, $70. Brian put my wife's name in there, which is problematic enough. Brian Sack put my wife's name in there.
I was going to say, is he Googling her and ended up on this website, or he went to the website first?
Just my wife's name in bikini, and then somehow this popped up. And so he found her, guys. We got $7,940.
Whoa. That is...
Brian, that's MALINAK.
So look yourselves up, everybody. Missingmoney.com.
Okay, hold on.
I've had so many friends find money, and my family has found money. We still got to get my grandpa's money back. It's crazy. I just wanted to share as a happy thing.
I have questions.
Yes, sir.
And you don't have to answer these.
Just let it be a happy story.
It's a happy story. It's just a question. I'm curious. Like I try to, and I can't speak for, people in my family that years ago may have forgotten about, like you said, or pick up a residual check or a refund from a doctor's office or whatever. But are you comfortable telling us, how does $7,000 slip through the cracks? You don't have to answer this.
I do. You know what? It's killing me. I
the
don't
IRS
remember
could be
where
monitoring
from.
this.
I actually don't remember what it was from, because it's a good question. We're not wealthy enough to be like, well, $7,000.
But did that money? Did you receive it? Like, did you get?
Yes, we cashed it. It was what a
run to the bank.
Yes,
before they changed their mind.
It was awesome. So missingmoney.com. It's put in your name, your family members' names, old relatives. You'll be shocked. It's very cool. I just wanted to share that.
Brad, you find anything?
I'm not following that story again. I'm not doing it. He's just,
what do you mean?
He's too good.
So I found, are you Bradley Staggs?
No, E. But I found money in Tennessee. But it was only like, I thought you were going to say you found like 500 and I found like 1,500. But then you came out with $7,000 and I'm like, even that story.
I know it was a freak one time. It was just complete dumb luck. It was just dumb.
So
Bradley Staggs,
outdoing me.
Did you live in Spring City?
No.
Tennessee. Okay, I'm just there's another Bradley Staggs. Oh, that's with an E though.
Yeah. I don't have an E. It's very sad.
How'd that happen? Is there a story behind that, Brad, or would it take us out on a bad note?
No, because no.
The E was eaten by a raccoon. It's
the E. Yeah.
Oh, no, I hate to hear that.
It was a cute little E, and then one day it was there. And then just all I can say is, if you have a vowel, love it. Tell it you love it. Don't let it walk out the door.
It might vanish on you one day.
It might vanish one day, and you'll wish
I
you would.
That. See, I was a little concerned that if I pried about the missing E, it might risk taking us out on a bad note, and here we are, of course. Brad Staggs, you can follow him on Twitter at @RealBradStaggs, and where can people listen to you every day? Where does that go?
TheDailyMojo.com.
TheDailyMojo.com.
Yeah.
And every day you're on
And tomorrow I'll
live
be
or
on actually at 9:00 over at the dailymojo.com with Jeffy.
yeah, you and Jeffy do something at what time Eastern?
the
10?
nine. Oh,
9
it's
Eastern?
10 Eastern. It's
10
9
Eastern.
Central. Why do
9
we have to say? Why are we using Eastern time? No one cares about
Because-
Eastern time zone.
Because the bulk of the American population lives in the. Jack understands me. He's in the
Yeah,
Eastern
definitely.
time zone.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's easier to.
Yep.
It's easier
What
to
an
say 10
attention whore.
Eastern, 9
What an
Central
attention whore. They
than
all
9
are.
Central,
That's
10 Eastern, 8 Mountain.
Wow.
You kind of keep it in chrono.
Except in Arizona, which who the hell
Yes.
knows what time it is there.
I
10
always have to Google it, man.
10 Eastern and then the flyover zone, whatever that is.
Oh, here we go. Spoken like a true East Coaster.
That's
So
what I was trying
where is
Holy.
your awesome podcast, Jack? How often do you guys do stuff over at Questionable Material?
Well, when Brian's not off trying to save the world and feed, he was literally. We did a show, by the way, on the border of Poland and Ukraine back when he was. Yeah, that was a fun episode. We did a couple episodes there when he was feeding refugees from fleeing in from Ukraine when the war first started. So he's like actually over there doing cool stuff. So I do want to give Brian credit for that. When he's not off being a hero, we do it once a week. It's Questionable Material with Jack and Brian. You subscribe, give it 5 stars, all that. It's just comedy, folks. Just go listen to it. We make fun of woke nonsense a lot. I think people will enjoy that. It's just good jokes.
It's like good bits too. I mean, it's just
bits.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, and tomorrow morning when you're done watching, well, first of all, I'm going to make your plans for you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to wake up, you're going to listen to the most recent Questionable Material podcast. You're going to watch Jeffy and Brad live at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
9 a.m. Central.
And then on this channel, whether you're on my Twitter account at Keith Malinak or here at youtube.com/@themicwithkeith, which, by the way, if you're watching on Twitter right now, there's a whole bunch of stuff sitting there because I've bitched and moaned enough. Elon, why can't we have a library of our stuff over on X? So go to youtube.com/@themicwithkeith. Check out all the stuff. But tomorrow we wrap up the 12-part series on saving Disney history with Ed McRae at 11 a.m. Eastern, Brad. And then a week from today, what did I say? Ian and JP will be joining me here. Jonathan Dunn and Steve Friend, the FBI whistleblower. They'll be my guests coming up on April 5th. April 12th, I've got a couple of buddies of mine. April 19th, a couple more buddies of mine. And Brad doesn't know this, but on April 26th, he's going to be back here with Zay. And then after that, at some point, Jack's going to be back here with Brian, and we're going to have to ask him why he wasn't here today. But Brad,
in May, the month of May, we'll be back.
And sometime in May. Yep, absolutely. So, Brad, thanks for coming in here today, and appreciate your time. And Jack, you're no longer an At the Mic virgin, so thank you for being a part as well. And I hope everybody has a great weekend.
Go Nebraska, win your first.
Nebraska. Yeah, win your first. Less than 3 hours from now, the University of Nebraska makes school history by winning
Pangolins.
a game.
Go Pangolins.
Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Share with your friends, please. Rate and review. We'll talk to you later.